Manipur amidst the violence and unrest in the state.
If we want peace in northeastern region, if we want peace in Manipur, we must, in a coordinated manner, appeal that peaceful coexistence is the most important thing. If we cannot peacefully live with each other, nobody can make us peaceful. We have to ensure that within ourselves, we have to ensure that everything should be within our own domain without any violent activities.
Much more coming up, viewers. Huge win for Champai Soren. Government clears protests after week-long political drama.
People are uncomfortable. No, too much Hinduism nowadays. Why should we be passive Hindus? We are becoming aggressive Hindus. What is your view of all this, Gurudev?
I know there are many such misconceptions. I give the right for people to be in ignorance because they just don't want to see the truth. They don't want to see the light. They are dwindling. Their numbers are minuscule today. They should go to the ground level and just look at what people want. People are today very proud of being who they are, what they are. That was not the case before. Someone who crosses the boundaries of India will even change their names. That's not happening today. You see, the revivalism, when something good is being revived, why to shy away from that? Be part of the revivalism. It's a flood that is happening today of upliftment of the whole nation, and you should just be part of that. See, when you say development doesn't only mean making roads and building houses. It also development of the civilization, the culture, the values that we uphold. And today the world is welcoming our values, these values. If you closely watch the developed countries, the struggle they are going through today is appalling, and we don't want those ills of the society come into our society as well. 1 in every 3 person is getting depressed, and they're all turning towards yoga. They are all turning towards chanting, which was a taboo before. 42 years back when I started Art of Living, yoga was a taboo. Not everybody wants to even think about it in the world. But today, I tell you, 1/4 of the population, maybe now 1/3 of the population, world's population, are practicing meditation, yoga, chanting, and all this. So people now should wake up to this reality and not just shy away from or feel so entrenched in the old colonial mindset.
I think so. I think people should be comfortable with who they are. And Hindus are becoming comfortable with who they are in their essence. And I think this is very important. I think actually, Gurudev, too much politics, symbolic politics has happened around Hinduism. You also put religion against religion, don't you think so? I mean, you...
Huge win for the Champai Soren government, clears the floor test after week-long political drama. In custody for mega land scam, Hemant Soren cries foul, calls arrest of conspiracy by Raj Bhavan.
Finance Commission sit in one.
Nirmala Sitharaman tears into Siddaramaiah government over discrimination over funds by the centre charge. Mega face-off as IUML breaks ranks with the Hindi, backs the Ram Mandir, says it would strengthen secularism. Prime Minister to reply on the motion of thanks in Lok Sabha today. All eyes on the big address. Maldives escalates the diplomatic row. President Muizu asks for Indian troops to be withdrawn by the 10th of May. Good afternoon, viewers. We are live on Breaking Republic TV. I'm Rakshita Mishra with you. Now we start with news from Karnataka. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has repeated his charge against the central government, saying that the centre is doing a stepmotherly treatment with Karnataka and they will hit the streets of New Delhi on the 11th of February for the same. Take a listen into what Siddaramaiah and his deputy D.K. Shiv Kumar had to say on the same.
Tomorrow, all the ministers and all MLAs, both the houses, upper house and the lower house, we are going to agitate against the government of India for injustice caused to Karnataka state by the 15th Finance Commission. In 14th Finance Commission, we got about, Karnataka state got about 4.71% of taxes, whereas in 15th Finance Commission, we got 3.64% of taxes. Because of this, we lost about 62,098 crores of taxes.
I know that Srimati Nirmala Sitaram is a very intelligent leader and a minister, but she represents Karnataka. What she had uttered in her budget speech, for example, there are so many issues, I don't want to comment on those issues. As far as irrigation is concerned, in Karnataka, for Upper Bhadra project, Madam Finance Minister had announced that she is going to give 5,300 crores for the Bhadra project. Is it not the Finance Minister's announcement? Without knowing, without having the policy, I think no minister will announce without any recommendation. Before the election, Honorable Finance Minister had announced in the budget that they are going to release 5,300 crores. Have they released? Is it not the voice of the Honorable Finance Minister? I am telling you one instance. So, Finance Minister full powers, even on the Finance Commission issue, whatever the discrepancy is there, they have the entire power to rectify it, give justice, whatever injustice has been done. Naturally, see, there is a, for example, in Gujarat, I think they have announced some big scheme, that is Gift City. And they give to Karnataka also.
Prajwal Prasad, my colleague, joins us from Bengaluru on the broadcast right now. Of course, there has been a face-off indeed there in the parliament today. Nirmala Sitharaman also hitting back at the charges by the Congress. Now we have Siddaramaiah, D.K. Shivkumar repeating the discrimination charge, Prajwal.
Absolutely, Rakshita. Now, it has been more of a time where they have largely spoken about discrimination, mainly in the state of Karnataka, especially with the funds which is coming in from the central government towards the state government as well. Because they say that in GDP contribution, Karnataka contributes the second highest when it comes to the entire country as well. Apart from which, we are also looking that there is also a lot when it comes in terms of the tax devolution as well. Because what we need to understand that is that in the 14th Finance Commission, Karnataka was given 4.73% of the tax devolution, whereas when it came to the 15th Finance Commission, it was seen as 3.6% as well. Meaning to state that between the 14th Finance Commission and the 15th Finance Commission, in the devolution of tax in itself, Karnataka's share has reduced by 1.1%. And when it comes to the total percentage of it, it was reduced by 25% is what Siddaramaiah is alleging. But one crucial factor which the state government has forgotten to mention over here is the fact that they had not presented their facts properly before the 15th Finance Commission, because it was then the Siddaramaiah government which was also in power in the state of Karnataka, which they were not able to understand. And shortly a while ago, the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Basavaraj Bommai, had gone ahead and spoken to Republic. He had mainly gone ahead and stated that Siddaramaiah is not giving out the correct numbers. Because if you go ahead and look at what happened between 2004 to 2014, during the EPA government, during the Manmohan Singh's regime, it can clearly be seen as in form of tax devolution as well as the GST and the cess charge as well. Karnataka had only got 80,000 crores for a period of 10 years. But between 2014 to 2024, under the Narendra Modi leadership, under the NDA government, Karnataka had got 2,82,833 crore rupees as well. Meaning to state that the Karnataka government was paid an addition of 2 lakh rupees by the center during the NDA regime. But here, Siddaramaiah also goes ahead and states that the size of the budget has increased as well. Between 2004 to 2014 and between 2014 to 2024, and hence the rise as well. Otherwise, the UPA government, if you go ahead and corroborate to the size of the budget, they had gone ahead and given 13% more, and this time around it is only 9.5% more, meaning to state that there is a deficit of anywhere between 3.5% to 4% as well. So all we need to go ahead and look at this point of time, Rakshita, is the fact as to how they will take this fight forward to the center. Even as the finance minister, the union finance minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, continues to give it back to the Congress over there by putting facts and figures.
Next. Right. Yes, yes, of course. Thank you so much, Prajwal, for joining us with those details. In fact, there has been a big fight in the parliament also over the central government funds. Adhiranjan Chaudhary was the one alleging that there is discrimination against Karnataka. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman was seen rebutting the claims. Listen to this war of words.
There is a general perception being grown across the nation that non-BJP ruled states are being deprived from having their legitimate due. The latest example is Karnataka, where the entire ministry has been agitating against the indiscriminate and arbitrary attitude of your administrations.
Devolution to the states happens in the direct tax matters as per the recommendation given by the Finance Commission. The GST, particularly the SGST, the state GST, goes 100% to the states. No one can do anything with it. It has automatic provision that 100% collected by the states will be with them. I repeat, 100% is with them.
And Yogi government presented the state's budget for 2024-2025, highlighting it as the largest in Uttar Pradesh's history, surpassing 7.36 lakh crore rupees. Here's a report. Take a listen in.
प्रदेश का जो बजट का आकार में जो बढ़ोतरी हुई है, यह बजट प्रदेश की अर्थव्यवस्था को विस्तार देने की डबल इंजन सरकार की जो प्रतिबद्धता है, आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो विजन है, उनके उस विजन को सबका साथ, सबका विश्वास, सबका विकास और सबका प्रयास, इन सब को समर्पित करते हुए डबल इंजन सरकार की प्रतिबद्धता को भी यह प्रस्तुत करता है। बजट में जो कुछ चीजें हैं जो हम सब के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण और मायने रखती है, वह है कि पहली बार 2,03,782 करोड़ 38 लाख रुपए कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर के लिए बजट में प्रावधान किया गया है। यानी यह इस बात को प्रदर्शित करता है कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे जब पैसा खर्च होगा तो वह रोजगार का सृजन भी करेगा और अर्थव्यवस्था को उतनी ही सुदृढ़ भी करेगा। हमारी सरकार प्रारंभ से ही इस बात पर ध्यान देती रही है कि हमें समग्र विकास की अवधारणा पर कार्य करना है, पिक एंड चूज नहीं। उस समग्र विकास की अवधारणा का ही परिणाम है कि आज उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार के बजट के दायरे को हम बढ़ाने में सफल हुए। अगर 16-17 की तुलना में प्रदेश की जीडीपी को अगर आप देखेंगे, ये लगभग 12-12.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए की थी और अब उत्तर प्रदेश की जो हम लोग 24-25 में जीडीपी की बात करेंगे, वह 25 लाख करोड़ रुपए यानी लगभग दुगनी से अधिक वह उत्तर प्रदेश की जीडीपी को बढ़ाने में सफल होगी।
All right, getting in breaking news right now. Republic TV has questioned Harsh Mander, who is facing the allegations of FCRA violation. Listen in as Republic crew questions the CES director on the money trail. And look at how our crew was pushed and shoved. It's all on camera, viewers. Take a look at this sequence. CES director Harsh Mander, when confronted, when asked questions, he pushes and shoves away the Republic crew.
प्राइवेट स्पेस में आगे नहीं है परमिशन, नहीं है परमिशन, प्लीज आप आइए। आई एम नॉट अलाउइंग, प्लीज प्लीज कम, प्लीज डोंट ओपन द डोर, प्लीज कम। आई एम पोलाइटली रिक्वेस्टिंग, वी डोंट वांट टू।
You are the director of Center for Economic Studies.
Yes.
Did you take money from Oxfam?
Please come here, I am not interested in talking. Please go out.
Yes,
Please go out.
Yes, I am going out.
Please go out.
I'm
Please.
just doing my work.
No,
I'm just doing my work.
But I don't want to talk to you. Please go out.
I'm just asking one simple question. Did you take money from Oxfam or not?
Please go out, please.
Jatin,
Please
I'm
go
asking.
out. Hey, are you the investigative agency?
No, I'm
Get
just
the hell out
asking.
of here. I am polite so far. Please
Yes,
get out.
I'm also polite
So
to you.
please get out. This is,
you are raising your voice.
This is a personal space. Please
I am
get
just
out.
asking you a very valid
Please,
question.
Please.
Did you take money from Oxfam or not?
Dude, please get out.
Did you take money from Action Aid? See, you can't behave like that.
I can behave. I'll have to
No.
call the police otherwise. Please get out.
I'm just asking you a very simple question.
Please
Jatin,
come, please.
you are the newly inducted director.
Please come out, please.
Listen.
Please.
You are the newly inducted director of
please,
Center for Economic Studies. Did you?
Please.
Just a second.
धक्का मत दो, धक्का मत।
Did you take money from?
Please, आप बाहर।
Oxfam?
Do not. धक्का मत दो।
नहीं, धक्का मत दो.
धक्का मत
Why are you pushing me?
आप बिना पूछे
अरे आप
गए। आप
गेट ओपन था.
प्लीज आप बाहर
Don't like it. Jatin, I'm just
Please,
asking one simple question.
यार।
Did you take money from Oxfam?
आप प्लीज बाहर जाइए ना यार।
Jatin, I'm asking.
यार बाहर जाना यार, समझ नहीं आ रही क्या तेरे को?
I'm asking you one simple question. Did you take money from Oxfam?
चलिए, बकवास मत करो, ठीक है? छोड़ उसको।
Money from Oxfam?
अरे चलना यहाँ से।
Jatin.
There you have the sequence, all captured Republic TV's camera. My colleague Atil Jamil, when he was confronting Harsh Mander, he was only trying to ask questions on the money trail, on the investigation against him, asking the CES director. You saw that man. You saw that man in that black jacket. The way he pushed our correspondent on ground, the way he is speaking, the way he has shoved him. You can see it's all on camera. There are no answers. No answers from Harsh Mander and his team. Instead, the way they behave, it's all captured on camera. The way my colleague Akil is pushed away. You can see right now, and I believe my colleague Akil is on the broadcast, is joining us on the broadcast right now. Akil, if you could hear me, we just saw what happened right now outside the office after you tried to question Harsh Mander on the money trail. The way this man has pushed, evading the question, evading the camera, and the kind of language that has been used.
Well, we have been trying to question Harsh Mander regarding the FCRA case because when the raid took place on February 2nd, Harsh Mander wasn't here. He went on to Bengaluru, and then today he arrived from Bengaluru. And there you see in my background, so that's the there you can see. Yes. So, yes, there you can see this is the Office of Center for Equity Studies, and this is the office premises of Center for Equity Studies where we confronted Harsh Mander. Yes.
In fact, we'll take a look at that reaction once again. The way you can see our crew has been manhandled. Akil was manhandled there. What he tried to ask, how he was speaking, and the kind of reply viewers Akil got from the man there in that black jacket. Take a listen in.
नहीं है परमिशन मेरे नहीं है आपसे जस्ट नहीं है परमिशन प्लीज आप आइए आई एम नॉट अलाउइंग प्लीज प्लीज कम प्लीज don't open the door, please come. No, I am politely requesting. We don't want to.
You are the director of Center for Equity Studies.
Yes.
Did you take money from Oxfam?
Please come here. I am not interested in talking. Please go out.
Yes.
Please go out.
Yes, I am going out.
Please go out.
I'm just doing my work.
No,
I'm just doing my work.
But I don't want to talk to you. Please go out.
I'm just asking one simple question. Did you take money from Oxfam or not?
Please go out. Please.
Jatin,
I'm
asking.
Hey, are you the investigative agency?
No, I'm
just asking. Get the hell out of here. I am polite so far. Please
yes,
get out.
I'm also polite to you.
Please get out.
You are raising your voice.
This is a personal space. Please
I am just asking you a very valid question.
Please.
Did you take money from Oxfam or not?
Dude, please get out.
Did you take money from Action Aid? See, you can't behave like that.
I can behave. I'll have to call the police otherwise. Please get out.
I'm just asking you a very simple question.
Please
Jatin,
come, please.
You are the newly inducted director.
Please come out, please.
Listen.
Please.
You are the newly inducted director of Center for Equity Studies. Did you?
Please.
Just a second.
Dhakka mat do, dhakka mat.
Did you take money from?
Please, आप बाहर.
Do not.
धक्का मत दो.
नहीं, धक्का मत दो. Why are you pushing me?
आप बिना पूछा अंदर गए.
आप
Gate open था.
Please, आप बाहर
आइए. Don't like this. Jatin, I'm just
Please,
asking one simple question.
यार.
Did you take money from Oxfam?
आप प्लीज बाहर जाइए ना यार.
Jatin, I'm asking.
यार बाहर जाना यार. समझ नहीं आ रही क्या तेरे को?
I'm asking you one simple question. Did you take money from Oxfam?
चलिए. बकवास मत करो, ठीक है?
छोड़ उसको. अरे चल ना यहाँ से.
Jatin.
Akil continues to be with us. We saw what happened right there. It's a physical assault that has taken place with our reporter there. Akil, of course, we do know, we understand that he is going through some serious investigation. You know, CBI conducted searches in 2 locations linked to Harsh Mander. It's an FCRA violation case, serious charges against him. He has been on the panel. He's been with Sonia Gandhi's team during the UPA. And, you know, we've seen the kind of reactions that you know, the Latvian media has been talking about against this investigation, how Harsh Mander is an angel and how he's the politest beings. Look at what is happening right now. This is physical assault that has happened with you. They have no answers whatsoever. Republic TV is only trying to get answers. Instead of, you know, putting out a statement, we see physical assault happening.
Well, absolutely. We were just trying to get a simple answer from Mr. Harsh Mander. And I just simply questioned him that did you take money from Oxfam or did you take money from Action Aid, the organization with which Harsh Mander has been associated for a very long time, because he was the former India head of Action Aid between 1999 to 2004. And there you see, this is the office premises of Center for Equity Studies. So this is the premises where the search operation was conducted by the CBI team on February 2nd. So on February 2nd, the CBI team reached over here at around 8 a.m. in the morning, and then that search operation continued for almost 10 hours. And by evening, around 6 p.m., the CBI team left from this premises, and the search operation on that day, on February 2nd, continued for 10 hours. And during that period, the CBI team have collected some material evidence from this very place, and they have collected some equipment also, and then they went. Apart from this very place, Center for Equity Studies, another raid was conducted at a Harsh Mander residence. So right now, what has happened today, when Republic Media Network team tried to question him, we went inside, we just politely asked Mr. Harsh Mander a very simple question, that Mr. Harsh Mander, did you take money from Oxfam? Did you take money from Action India? He was reluctant to speak. His team was just pushing aside, telling us that to move from this very place, and they were telling us that they are not going to comment on this very subject anytime soon. And apart from that, if you see if I talk about the visuals from that point, there were two main persons. One is Harsh Mander. He's the former director of Center for Equity Studies, and apart from him, another person who was the person who was pushing me and yelling at me has been identified as Jatin Sharma. Jatin Sharma is a newly inducted director of Center for Equity Studies, and when I tried to question him, when I tried to pose question on him, and he was reluctant to speak, and he was just saying that we still don't know, and we can't comment to you, and we don't want to give any response on this matter so far. So if you talk about the FCRA case, so this is the latest development in this case. When Republic Media Network team tried to reach out to Harsh Mander, he was reluctant to speak on the FCRA violation case. Back to you in the studio.
And of course, it's a CBI registered case, and I'll come back to you for more details on that. What exactly is riling them up? Here's a look at that sequence. It's a shocker coming in, viewers. You can see how a Republic correspondent on ground, only trying to question to know the truth, only trying to confront, was met with such physical assault. Take a look.
प्राइवेट स्पेस में आके ये कर रहे हैं नहीं है परमिशन मैंने नहीं है आपसे जस्ट नहीं है परमिशन प्लीज आप आइए आई एम नॉट अलाउइंग प्लीज जस्ट अ सेकंड प्लीज कम प्लीज don't open the door, please come. No, I am politely requesting. We don't want to.
You are the director of Center for Equity Studies.
Yes.
Did you take money from Oxfam?
Please come here. I am not interested in talking. Please go out.
Yes.
Please go out.
Yes, I am going out.
Please go out.
I'm just doing my work.
No,
I'm just doing my work.
But I don't want to talk to you. Please go out.
I'm just asking one simple question. Did you take money from Oxfam or not?
Please go out. Please.
Jatin, I'm asking.
Hey, are you the investigative agency?
No, I'm just
asking. Get out of
asking.
here. I am polite so far. Please
yes,
get out.
I'm also polite to you.
Please get out.
You are raising your voice.
This is a personal space. Please
I am
get
just
out.
asking you a very valid question.
Please.
Did you take money from Oxfam or not?
Dude, please get out.
Did you take money from Action Aid? See, you can't behave like that.
I can behave. I'll have to call the police otherwise. Please get out.
I'm just asking you a very simple question.
Please
Jatin,
come, please.
You are the newly inducted director.
Please come out, please.
Listen.
Please.
You are the newly inducted director of Center for Equity Studies. Did you?
Please.
Just a second.
धक्का मत दो, धक्का मत.
Did you take money from?
Please, आप बाहर.
Do not.
धक्का मत दो.
नहीं, धक्का मत दो.
Why
are you pushing me?
आप बिना पूछे अंदर कैसे गए?
आप
Get open था.
Please, आप बाहर
आइए. Don't like it. Jatin, I'm just
Please,
asking one simple question.
यार.
Did you take money from Oxfam?
आप प्लीज बाहर जाइए ना यार.
Jatin, I'm asking.
यार बाहर जाना यार. समझ नहीं आ रही क्या तेरे को?
I'm asking one simple question. Did you take money from Oxfam?
चलिए बकवास मत करो ठीक है
छोड़ उसको. अरे चल रहा है यहाँ से.
Jatin.
So Akil, you have been pushed, you have been shoved, you have been threatened with action from police, that they will call the police. Why call the police? Only because you were asking some questions, you were confronting them. What are the charges? What are the accusations? What is this case all about? You were asking about Oxfam. For the benefit of our viewers, please explain to us what is riling them up that they had to, in fact, evade the camera, and not only evade, physically assault Republic TV's crew.
Well, the case is about the FCRA violation in which approximately, as per the CBI's allegation, an FIR has been filed by the CBI in this case. And in that case, it is mentioned that approximately 32 lakh have been diverted to some another account. And in that diversion, there was approximately 10 lakh of amount which has been given to a non-salary or another account which has not been for the remuneration or for the salary account. So this is the case of misappropriation of fund which is of approximately Rs 10 lakh rupees. Yes.
Absolutely. So this man, Jatin Sharma, is the director of the NGO Center for Equity Study, that is CES. And of course, we see clearly that they have no answers for it. They have no answers to, in fact, give as far as that investigation is concerned for this CBI probe against funding. And clearly, this is a shocker coming in when a reporter only tries politely to ask a question. And these are people who are so-called educated people. Look at the kind of language, look at the kind of behavior and the kind of action that is taken. We see this man in the purple sweater is trying to pull you. He's trying to pull our public correspondent. He tried to push him away. And Jatin, this man called Jatin, has also threatened Republic Camera, Republic Crew, a reporter of action from the police. Also, this is, of course, shocker coming in, viewers. He also goes on to ask that, are we the investigating agency? They should understand that this is media and they have the right, Republic TV has the right to ask questions. Clearly, Akhil, what we've seen is that there are no answers from Harsh Mander and his team, and they have resorted to such antics, such an action against you.
Well, absolutely. Even when I directly confronted Mr. Harsh Mander, if you can see the visual close point, you will see that I've directly asked first few questions to Harsh Mander when we were allowed to get inside the premises, this very premises.
What was he saying? There seems to be a problem with that audio connection. I think there's an audio problem with the Akhil there. We'll try and reconnect and get more details on that. But Republic TV continues to ask questions, viewers. We'll continue to confront and ask questions no matter what the intimidation is. But right now, we'll move on to some other stories right now. Prime Minister Modi is all set to visit Goa on Tuesday. He will inaugurate the ONGC Sea Survival Centre in India Energy Week 2024. Addressing the Northeast Sammelan in Delhi, Union Minister Kiren Rijiju has appealed for peace in Manipur amidst the violence and unrest in the state.
If we want peace in Northeastern region, if we want peace in Manipur, we must, in a coordinated manner, appeal that peaceful coexistence is the most important thing. If we cannot peacefully live with each other, nobody can make us peaceful. We have to ensure that within ourselves, we have to ensure that everything should be within our own domain without any violent activities.
Supreme Court has approved to hear a petition from Uddhav Thackeray faction of Shiv Sena which challenges the Maharashtra Speaker Rahul Narvekar's decision to dismiss disqualification pleas against MLAs from Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's faction. In Shivaganga constituency, a meeting was held to oppose incumbent MP Karti Chidambaram, chaired by former MP Sudarshan Nachayappan, who passed resolutions against Congress leaders P. Chidambaram and Karti Chidambaram. And addressing the welfare scheme for poor people, Union Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal hailed the centre's Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. Union Minister said that poor became convinced that they would receive food free from PM Modi, and their energy went in a positive direction. Aam Aadmi Party leader Sanjay Singh won't be sworn in today as the Rajya Sabha chairperson denied his oath taking as an MP, citing the matter being under review by the Privileges Committee. Congress agitators staged a walkout protest and boycotted the Assam governor's speech on the first day of the budget session in the Legislative Assembly. Indie ally Indian Union Muslim League, the IUML, has now come out in support of Ram Mandir, describing the newly consecrated Ram temple in Ayodhya and the proposed mosque nearby as symbols of secularism. IUML Kerala President Sadiq Ali Shihab Thangal has said that there was no need to protest against the temple. The Muslim community should think about the future, he says, instead of milling around this issue. And clearly we can see this is a big message going out to the boycott brigade that includes the allies of the IUML. Take a listen.
അത് സ്വീകരിക്കുവാനാണല്ലോ നമ്മൾ തയ്യാറാക്കേണ്ടത്. ഇന്നലെ ഒരു വലിയ സംഭവം നമ്മുടെ രാജ്യത്ത് നടന്നു എന്ന് നമുക്കറിയാം. രാജ്യത്തെ ബഹുഭൂരിഭാഗം ജനങ്ങളും ആദരിക്കുന്ന ബഹുമാനിക്കുന്ന ശ്രീരാമക്ഷേത്രം. അതൊരു യാഥാർത്ഥ്യമാണ്. അത് രാജ്യം അതിൽ നിന്നും നമുക്ക് പുറകോട്ട് പോകുവാൻ സാധിക്കുകയില്ല. അത് രാജ്യത്തെ ബഹുഭൂരിപക്ഷം വരുന്നൊരു സമൂഹത്തിൻ്റെ ആവശ്യമാണ്. അത് അയോധ്യയിൽ നിലവിൽ വന്നു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. പക്ഷെ അതേക്കുറിച്ച് നമ്മൾ അതിനെ പ്രതിഷേധിക്കേണ്ട മറ്റോ കാര്യവും നമ്മളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം ഇല്ല. കാരണം അത് ബഹുസ്വര സമൂഹത്തിൽ ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും ഓരോ വിശ്വാസങ്ങളുണ്ട്, പാരമ്പര്യങ്ങളുണ്ട്, അനുഷ്ഠാനങ്ങളുണ്ട്, ആചാരങ്ങളുണ്ട്. അതനുസരിച്ച് മുന്നോട്ട് പോകുവാൻ നമ്മുടെ രാജ്യത്ത് സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യമുണ്ട്. കോടതി വിധിയുടെ പശ്ചാത്തലത്തിൽ നിലവിലുന്ന ക്ഷേത്രം, കോടതി വിധിയുടെ പശ്ചാത്തലത്തിൽ നിർമ്മിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി കാത്തിരിക്കുന്ന ബാബരി മസ്ജിദ്, ഇത് രണ്ടും ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ഭാഗമാണ്. രണ്ടും ഇന്ത്യയുടെ മതേതരത്വത്തെ ശക്തിപ്പെടുത്തുന്ന മികച്ച ഉദാഹരണങ്ങളാണ്. നമ്മൾ അതിനെ ഉൾക്കൊള്ളുക. ഇന്ത്യയുടെ മതേതരത്വത്തെ ശക്തിപ്പെടുത്തുന്ന മികച്ച ഉദാഹരണങ്ങളാണ് രാമക്ഷേത്രവും അവിടെ പണിയാൻ പോകുന്ന ബാബരി മസ്ജിദ്. അത് കർത്തവ്യകർത്താർത്ഥവും നമുക്കറിയാം. നമുക്കതിൽ പ്രതിഷേധം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു ആ കാലത്ത്. പക്ഷെ അവിടെ സഹിഷ്ണുതയോടെ അതിനെ നേരിടുവാൻ ഇന്ത്യൻ മുസ്ലിങ്ങൾക്ക് കഴിഞ്ഞു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് കേരളത്തിനാണുള്ള മുസ്ലിം സമൂഹം വളരെയേറെ സെൻസിറ്റീവായും വളരെ ഒരു ഊർജ്ജസ്വലതയോടെയും ജീവിക്കുന്ന ഒരു പ്രദേശം. പക്ഷെ ഇവിടെ അന്ന് രാജ്യത്തിന് മുഴുവനുള്ള മാതൃക കാണിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുവാൻ നമ്മുടെ കേരളത്തിലെ മുസ്ലിങ്ങൾക്ക് കഴിഞ്ഞു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അന്ന് എല്ലാവരും ഉറ്റുനോക്കിയത് മറ്റാരെയും ആയിരുന്നില്ല. തകർന്നത് ബാബരി മസ്ജിദാണ്, തകർക്കപ്പെട്ടത് UP-യിലാണ്, അയോധ്യയിലാണ്. പക്ഷെ രാജ്യവും രാജ്യത്തെ രാഷ്ട്രീയ നേതൃത്വവും ഒക്കെ ഉറ്റുനോക്കിയത് ഇങ്ങ് തെക്കേ അറ്റത്തുള്ള കേരളത്തിലേക്കാണ്. അവരുറ്റുനോക്കിയത് മറ്റൊന്നിനുമല്ല, ഇവിടെ സമാധാനത്തിന്റെ പൂത്തിരി കത്തുന്നുണ്ടോ എന്നാണ് അവർ നോക്കിയത്.
Now, that's not it, viewers. There are more and more leaders who have come out in support of this statement. Listen to what IUML leader PK Kunhalikutti had to say on this.
IUML will be attacked. In the past also, IUML had been attacked. We don't worry about that because we take a stand to have a communal harmony in the society. What is meant by Sayyid Sadiq Ali Shihab Thangal is that communal voices are utilizing, trying to exploit the situation. It is a trap, and don't fall into that trap. That's what he meant, especially on an all India basis. A political party like BJP is using it for the coming election. So his advice and his call is not to fall into that trap, and to keep the history of the nation, that is communal harmony. I don't think that it has any other meaning. It is only interpretations by various interested parties. That's what I had told it yesterday itself.
And now, of course, the way the IUML leaders have shown the way, Kerala unit of the Congress has backed the remark by IUML, saying that there is no reason to object to this remark. Listen in.
You have to look into the statement made by the Panakkad Sayyid Ali Shihab Thangal. He is having a legacy of the Panakkad Muhammad Ali Shihab Thangal. When the Babri Masjid was demolished, across the nation there were communal riots. But Kerala, we prevented the communal riot only because of the stand taken by Panakkad Muhammad Ali Shihab Thangal. Now, the Panakkad Sayyid Ali Shihab Thangal, who is having the legacy of that Thangal, he is taking a very balanced statement. Very balanced statement. This is not to make split among the people. This is against the hate campaign to make split among the people and fighting them each other. Everybody is trying from both sides, the extreme, those who are taking the extreme positions are trying to make hate campaigns and they are trying to split among the people. We need a peaceful coexistence among the various religions in the state. So I congratulate and I appreciate the statement made by the Panakkad Sayyid Ali Sadiq Ali Thangal.
All right, we're getting in big breaking developments right now. This in connection with the Chandigarh mayor polls. Now, we understand that the Supreme Court has intervened in the matter. Supreme Court has wrapped the poll presiding officer. And the Supreme Court has said, and I quote here, "Do not allow death of democracy. Presiding officers must be charged." This is a big statement coming out by the Supreme Court. This is the big update we have on Chandigarh mayor poll. Supreme Court's intervention in the matter. Supreme Court has slammed the poll presiding officer and said that one should not allow the death of democracy. This is a big update. CJI has also intervened. This is a big update we have right now on the mayoral polls as far as Chandigarh is concerned. Remember, there has been a political face-off also as far as the Chandigarh mayoral polls are concerned. And Supreme Court is hearing Aam Aadmi Party's councillors' plea. And Supreme Court has wrapped the officer, the polling officer, who held the Chandigarh mayoral polls for the ballot papers. And they're calling it that this is a murder of democracy. This is the big update we're getting in right now. We'll get you more details on that. Remember, in its plea, Aam Aadmi Party had alleged tampering of ballot paper and it had sought fresh polls. Amandeep is joining us on the broadcast for more. Amandeep, this is a big update coming in right now as far as the mayor poll row is concerned. Supreme Court has wrapped the poll presiding officer.
Well, absolutely, Rakshita. The point is that the hearing was underway in Supreme Court just because the Aam Aadmi Party councillors has filed the petition against the election that was held in Chandigarh for the mayor polls. And in fact, during the observation, Supreme Court comes down very heavily against the presiding officer. And they have given a very strong observation against the presiding officer, saying that it is obvious that he defaced the ballot papers, and in fact in this way he conduct the elections. Supreme Court raised the question mark at is this the way to conduct the election, and in fact they have also stated that this is the mockery of the democracy and this is a murder of democracy. And in fact Supreme Court has also pressed that the presiding officer should be prosecuted in this entire case just because he has defaced the ballot papers. And meanwhile Supreme Court has also asked and passed the directions to all the officials that record of the entire elections, including ballot papers as well as videography and all other record, should be kept with the registrar of Punjab and Haryana High Court. And in fact the meetings of the Municipal Corporation of Chandigarh has also been deferred. So this is a big development just because from day one Aam Aadmi Party and Congress councillors were alleging that presiding officer Anil Masi has defaced the ballot papers, and in fact he fraudulently made the ballot papers as invalid votes, and 8 votes has been declared invalid during the mayor polls. And in fact after that Aam Aadmi Party and Congress councillors moved to Punjab and Haryana High Court, and further they have moved to Supreme Court, and now the Supreme Court has passed very heavy directions and observations against this entire poll. So somewhere down the line, Rakshita, presiding officer is in a big trouble now. The way Supreme Court was asking to prosecute the presiding officer, and they are stating that he has defaced the ballot papers, and this was the mockery of the democracy. So these are the observations that has been passed by the Supreme Court. So let's wait and watch what kind of orders will be passed by the Supreme Court regarding this entire petition, just because from day one it turned out to be a political battle between India Alliance as well as BJP. And even India Alliance is continuously blaming BJP for manipulating the elections and fraudulently making the ballot papers invalid, votes exercised by Aam Aadmi Party and as well as Congress councillors. So this is Supreme Court has come down very heavily against the presiding officer of Chandigarh mayor elections. Yes, Rakshita.
Absolutely, of course. Strongly worded statement coming there. CJ also saying that there should be a prosecution against the officer. But thank you so much for the moment, Amandeep, for joining us. We'll come back to you for more details on that. But right now, viewers, we're sitting to a very short break. On the other side, we'll get you more news and updates. And also, of course, we count down to the motion of thanks by the Prime Minister. It's all set to take place at 5 p.m. today. Right now, we will get you more details on what's happening in Jharkhand, as Hemant Soren is also tried foul, calling arrest a conspiracy by Raj Bhavan. Also, as I told you, Prime Minister is all set to reply on the motion of thanks in Lok Sabha today. All eyes are on the big address. Republic TV getting you the live address on that.
मुझे मतलब बहुत दिनों से एक तरह से आशा थी कि आपसे मिलूंगा और आपको कहूंगा that I am a deep admirer of your films, your art, your personality and your acting style.
Thank you so much.
मुझे तो लगता है that you are a जैसे मैंने कहा future legend. मतलब आपने पूरे जो हमारी एक तरह से परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स और सिनेमा इंडस्ट्री, OTT की डायरेक्शन आपने चेंज कर दी है और आपके सफलता के कारण आज बहुत ऐसे टैलेंट सामने आए हैं पिछले 5-6 साल में जो शायद पहले रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं होते कि सब लोग कहते हैं कि he could be the next Pankaj Tripathi. So people are looking for talent like that. So what do you feel? Do you also feel जब आपने अपने करियर को देखते हैं पिछले 10 साल स्पेशली
जी
तो कोई टर्निंग पॉइंट आपको याद आती होगी?
यस, टर्निंग पॉइंट मेरे ख्याल से पहले तो थैंक यू, आपने इतना अच्छा इंट्रोडक्शन दिया और मैं आपको पास से देखना चाहता था. मेरी इच्छा थी क्योंकि मैं टीवी में देखा था तो मुझे लगा था कि देखूं और इस इंटरव्यू के पहले मैं 5 मिनट मिला हूं आपसे तो मुझे वो व्यक्ति नहीं मिला जो टीवी में दिखा था. तो खैर यस, OTT आने के बाद से खास करके मेरे कैरियर में बदलाव हुआ. जब इंडिया में 2016-17 में OTT आ रहा था, एक फिल्म आई थी न्यूटन जिसके लिए नेशनल अवार्ड मिला मुझे पहली बार. तो वो फिल्म हुई थी छोटी रिलीज बट बॉक्स ऑफिस पे चल गई और बड़ी उसके साथ कुछ बड़ी फिल्म को पछाड़ के ज़्यादा दिन चली गई. फिर ऑस्कर के लिए इंडियन एंट्री भेज दी गई. वो उससे थोड़ा सा चर्चा हुआ था बट OTT आने के बाद से.
किस साल की बात है न्यूटन?
2017.
एक स्कूल टीचर
नहीं, चुनाव कराने
वाले
नक्सल इलाके में इलेक्शन कराने जाते हैं
एरिया में जो
यस, और CRPF कमांडेंट हूँ मैं.
परफेक्ट याद है.
तो वो फिल्म चल गई और सराहा गया और सेम टाइम OTT इंडिया में आ चुके थे मिर्जापुर प्राइम वीडियो पे और सेक्रेट गेम उधर चल रहा था. तो OTT इंटरनेट के आने से स्क्रीन ज़्यादा डेमोक्रेटिक हो गया. पहले स्क्रीन सिनेमा हॉल था, फिर स्क्रीन घर का टीवी स्क्रीन था जो ड्राइंग मेन लिविंग एरिया में रहेगा. अब ये मोबाइल जेब तक पहुंच गया या पर्सनल टैब लैपटॉप के थ्रू, तो मुझे लगता है कि तो ज्यादा लोग हम लोगों को देखने लगे,
ऑडियंस बढ़ गई
क्योंकि हमारी फिल्में 200 सिनेमा घरों में रिलीज होती है। अब चुनाव में खड़े कर दो एक आदमी को और बोलो कि तुम्हारा बूथ पूरे इंडिया में 200 बनाएंगे, कौन मतदाता आएगा भाई?
As everyone knows, Ashok Shingal's one-pointed agenda was Ram Temple, and he was traveling far and wide the country. He has come to me several times, and once when there was a talk between with the Shankaracharya and the Muslim personal law board, it all failed, and so he was so disappointed. So he came to me right from Kanchipuram to Bangalore. At the time I told him, you know, I have the intuition, I have this feeling that the vision that there's a temple which is dilapidated. There is a Kali temple, Dev Kali temple. Dev Kali is the Kuldevi of Sri Ram, and that temple is complete.
We're getting in visuals from Varanasi right now, where the bell has reached the Janmabhoomi complex for worship. All right, we're getting in news from Supreme Court also. Supreme Court has postponed the hearing in the Janmabhoomi case. It's yet to decide on the next date of hearing. Remember, this was with regards to a survey on the Wazukhana area. Remember, there has been a survey that was conducted earlier, and the report was out. But the Wazukhana area was restricted. This time, the Hindu side had appealed for a petition seeking survey of the Wazukhana area, where the Hindu side claims there is a shivling. And we'll get more update from our correspondent on ground. But that is one part of this update. Second part, as I was telling you, the bell. You can see that bell. It's the first picture of the bell that has reached. Remember, the Vyas Ji ka Tehkhana, that is the basement. After the court had allowed, Varanasi court had allowed to perform puja there, the bell has arrived for puja in the basement. So this is the update we have right now. It's a special bell that has reached Janmabhoomi complex for worship in the basement. However, for a survey in the Wazukhana area, the Hindu side seems has to wait for some time now, because the Supreme Court has not decided yet on when it will hear the petition on the Wazukhana survey. So it's yet to decide on the next date of hearing. Today's hearing has been postponed. But on the other hand, we see a bell that has been brought in for worship. My colleague Ajay Dubey joins us on the phone line for more. Ajay, of course, we see that the bell has reached. Tell us the significance about this bell first, about the worship in the basement, and this bell that will be used for the worship. And of course, secondly, Hindu side has to wait for Supreme Court's hearing on the Wazukhana area.
Definitely, Intizamiya committee has opposed for this all process, but because of the Prayagraj High Court, what Allahabad High Court said that they are not going to stop anything, and they have given a separate date for the hearing. And in this period, as you can see, there is a big ring, a big bell. We can see the photo also that it's a big bell, and the administration, they are arranging resources so that they can install this bell also. With bell, we can see there is a holy equipment for the puja, for the worship purpose. So these are all preparation made by local administration. And apart from all that, Intizamiya committee, they have filed a petition in court that this thing should not happen. They have given their own reasons, but Hindu Paksh is also in a Prayagraj court, and in this all proceeding, Prayagraj court made it very clear that they are not going to stop it right now. They have given a separate date for the hearing, and they have given some command to Intizamiya committee to Muslim side also.
Right, Ajay, of course, after 31 years, this entire area will in fact hear the echo of a bell. And this is, of course, 11 kilo brass bell, in fact, very importantly to mention. Thank you so much, Ajay, for joining us with those details. We keep coming back to you for more, as a lot of action is taking place in Varanasi. We will slip into a very, very short break, viewers. On the other side, we get you news and updates. And of course, the countdown to Prime Minister's reply has begun. Fireworks already happening in the Parliament as the budget session is underway. face-off between the centre and between centre and the opposition continues. And also, just 11 minutes, less than 11 minutes to go for Prime Minister's address for the motion of thanks. Stay tuned to Republic TV. We'll be right back.
I always felt that there was something which was preventing the Hindus from expressing their true feelings as Hindus and as nationalists and as part of people in public discourse. I had the fortune of being associated with the Ram Janmabhoomi movement from the word go. It started in 1983, but there is a background to it. It is not that this movement originated on the basis of Hindu-Muslim relationship in post-independence India, but it happened long back. All this came out in the course of the exchange of documents between Hindus and Muslims as to how the Ram Janmabhoomi movement evolved from the 18th century, early part of the 18th century. And the British had recorded it. A British judge had recorded in 1886 when a suit was filed to take possession of the Ram Janmabhoomi. He recorded that it is unfortunate that a Hindu temple was demolished and a mosque has been built on its place. But it is very difficult for me after this length of time to hand over the premises to the Hindus. This was the helplessness of government with the judicial system, which had very limited scope to intervene in these matters. But the historicity of this was established by a series of struggles which the Hindus undertook. By way of military expedition, by way of war diplomacy, and it all every time there was some physical clash. The last was in 1934, when several hundreds of Hindus were killed, according to the British records. So the Hindus have been struggling for it on the basis of their continuous belief and claiming the right to worship. This would have normally happened immediately after the country attained freedom, like it happened in the case of Somnath. It should have happened instantly. But the idea was to deny the Hindus their just and lawful claims to the three masjids. You know, it is not that the government was unaware, the political system was unaware.
आरएसएस बोलते हैं कि हम राम जन्मभूमि के बाद हम और आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे, लेकिन लोगों के अंदर शंका है, कोर्ट से उनकी पक्षराई चली जाएगी। ये मैं नहीं कहते, लोगों के मन में ये शंका है। तो मैं ये कहना चाहते कि आप कानूनों के दौरान आप एक कानून लाइए जिस कानून के दौरान इस तरीके की और कोई अतिक्रमण ना हो, नहीं तो इसका बड़ा बुरी असर होने वाला है। सर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ इस्लामिक कंट्री ये इसको संज्ञान में लिया, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ इस्लामिक कंट्रीज को संज्ञान में लिए हैं। प्लीज सर, हमारे आजू बाजू में सब देश में ऐसा नहीं कि हर जगह हिंदू और हिंदू है, मुसलमान भी रहते हैं, उनको मन में पीड़ा हो, ऐसा काम ना करे तो देश के लिए बेहतर होगी। मैं सबको अच्छा सलाह देना चाहते हैं और कुछ नहीं, मैं अच्छा सलाह देना चाहते हैं कि
I am very, very happy to announce that Niva Bupa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio partner. Niva Bupa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them.
In a way, isn't there an attempt at Hindu villainization?
There are three phases of this struggle. From the Maratha operation, there was a definite policy on sacred places, including Kashi, Ayodhya, Prayag. In the legal battle was the second phase, right? And this, the legal efforts start in 1885. And the third phase was the 1983 onwards movement of the sadhus and sants and the political movement after 1989-90. So there are 3 or 4 phases of this struggle. And Hindus were patient throughout, Mr. Gurumurthy, you will agree with me. Till 6th of December 1992, Hindus were patient. Then the Babri Masjid were demolished and Hindus were patient again after that in the Supreme Court case. So, was there an attempt to frustrate, trigger and agitate the Hindus and villainize the Hindus? Anyone associated with this?
You see, by Nehruvian secularism, Hindus had become political, cultural, religious orphans in this country. Because Nehru himself said, Islamic or Muslim communalism is aggressive, but Hindu communalism is dangerous. Imagine the tallest leader of the country and the most respected Indian leader abroad pronouncing that Hindu communalism is dangerous. You know, this is how the division between Hindus and Muslims started. He should have remained above this. But he found it was necessary to cultivate the Islamic vote bank for Congress. And that is how he seeded the idea that to be against Hindus is part of Indian secularism. And this manifested, remanifested.
And you're just sorry to intervene, but Nehru was always very prickly. When Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was the Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister of India, in November 1947, he went to Saurashtra and declared at a public meeting that the first step of the government of India will be to reconstruct Somnath and reinstall the Jyotirling. As soon as Vallabhbhai Patel passed away, Nehru could not tolerate his cabinet colleague K.M. Munshi taking part in the Somnath temple reconstruction, right? Or for the installation of the deity at the Somnath temple. So I think Nehru, in the name of secularism, wanted India to detach itself from its Hindu roots.
You see, Jawaharlal.
I think it's the best time that has been chosen, and we cannot stop anymore. The temple construction will keep happening. It may take several more months to finish or maybe years. But what is now available, what is ready, we should just go on.
Gurudev, are the Muslims a part of this celebration? You know, we are just days away from the Pran Pratishtha of the Bhavya Ram Mandir. And I remember that in 2018, we were covering very closely what you were doing. And I must say today to all the viewers that it's not just the court verdict. It's also, viewers, we must understand there was a setting, there was a mood setting which happened, and the process of reconciliation happened before the court order when Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar sat with all the representatives of both the sides. I remember he had sat and he even told, you know, there were 12 trunks which were given full of documents to the Chief Justice of India at that point of time. Gurudev was part of the negotiation which went on with both sides. Gurudev, at that time you had said that India will turn into another Syria if this dispute is not resolved. I remember you also said that we can't make Lord Ram to be born in another place, while you were saying why the Hindus should be given the site. My direct question to you is, one, have Muslims actually accepted the reality? B, what is your sense of the Muslim community? Are they truly part of this celebration, or is there a feeling of angst inside them about the Ram temple today?
As far as I know, today there is very good feelings even among the Muslims. I don't see there is any such bickering. When I went and met about 1,200 imams and other religious leaders throughout the country during the mediation time, I tell you, except 2 or 3, everyone was willing to be part of this. Everyone was willing for a peaceful and happy settlement. Nobody wants to carry this on further anymore. Their only concern was, it should not become a precedence for 3,000 other mosques. So that was their concern and worry. And a second thing was that except just couple of lawyers and a few people, most of them were willing to come to the settlement. And many of them have written, given in writing that they are ready to be part of peaceful settlement.
But what is this?
Prime Minister to reply on motion of thanks in Lok Sabha today. All eyes on the big address. Nirmala Sitharaman tears into Siddaramaiah government over discrimination over funds by centre charge. Harsh Mander's team evades questions on money trail, pushes and shoves Republic's reporter. Huge win for the Champai Soren government, clears for lower test after week-long political drama. In custody for mega land scam, Hemant Soren cries foul, calls arrest a conspiracy by the Raj Bhavan. Mega face-off as IUML breaks ranks with Indy. Backs Ram Mandir, says it would strengthen secularism.
गरीब की जिंदगी में 3 चीजों की आवश्यकता होती है. लोगों ने बहुतों ने कहा 3 चीजों की, रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान. ये देने का काम देश के प्रधान सेवक मोदी जी ने किया. इन्होंने कहा, इन्होंने किया नहीं, वो किया मोदी जी ने. आज प्रधानमंत्री आवास जिस तरह से एक गरीब के जीवन में उसका जीवन बदलने का काम किया. इनको कांग्रेस वालों को यह नहीं पता होगा छप्पर क्या होता है, झोपड़ी क्या होती है. वो गरीब जो चौमासे जो बारिश पड़ती है, जब गरीब उस झोपड़ी में रहता है और उस पर पानी टपकता है, वो खाट नहीं खटोला बनाने का काम करता है अपने बच्चे को सूखे में सुलाने के लिए. उसके लिए देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने प्रधानमंत्री आवास देने का काम किया है. यह है गरीब के लिए प्रधानमंत्री जी की सोच. अब आप कहेंगे मकान दे दिया. मैं अध्यक्ष महोदय बताना चाहता हूं, जिस तरह से मकान देने के बाद उसमें रोशनी की आवश्यकता पड़ती है. सौभाग्य योजना से देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने सौभाग्य योजना से बिजली देने का काम किया, वो भी निःशुल्क. केबल फ्री, स्विच फ्री, बल्ब फ्री, मीटर फ्री, कोई पैसा नहीं लगेगा. गरीब को रोशनी मिले, क्योंकि गरीब पहले मिट्टी का तेल लेकर, सीसी लेकर, ढक्कन में छेद कर बाती लगाकर पढ़ाई करता था. आज उसे रोशन करने का काम देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने किया है. हर घर को पानी, स्वच्छ पानी मिले, उसके लिए हर घर नल योजना से स्वच्छ पानी देने का काम किया है. क्योंकि अध्यक्ष जी मकान मिल गया, रोशनी मिल गई, शिक्षा के लिए, पीने के लिए पानी मिल गया. श्री अन्न योजना से उसको राशन देने का, मुफ्त राशन देने का काम किया. ये मोदी जी ने किया. अध्यक्ष महोदय, श्री अन्न योजना से राशन देने का काम किया. अध्यक्ष महोदय, आप कहेंगे मकान मिला, रोशनी मिली, पानी मिल गया, राशन मिल गया. उसके बाद प्रधानमंत्री उज्ज्वला से उसे रोटी बनाने के लिए गैस प्रदान की. ये मोदी जी की सरकार है, ये गरीबों की सरकार है। उसको रोटी जिस तरह से आज उज्ज्वला गैस देने के बाद उसने रोटी खा ली, सब काम हो गया, रात को सो गया, सुबह उसको आवश्यकता पड़ती है शौचालय के लिए, उसके लिए स्वच्छ भारत मिशन से उसे शौचालय देने का काम, बहनों को स्वच्छ भारत मिशन शौचालय देने का काम किया। ये मोदी की सरकार है अध्यक्ष महोदय। इसलिए आप कहेंगे गरीब का मकान मिल गया, बिजली मिल गई, पानी मिल गया, शौचालय मिल गया, अन्न मिल गया। अगर काश करो कोई गरीब बीमार हो जाता है, उसके लिए देश के मोदी जी ने क्या किया? आयुष्मान भारत से 5 लाख तक का उसे आयुष्मान कार्ड देने का काम किया। वो कोई भी हॉस्पिटल हो, प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल हो, सरकारी हॉस्पिटल हो, सब में वो इलाज फ्री करा पाएगा। उसके लिए गरीब के लिए 5 लाख तक का बीमा उसे देने का काम किया। ये अध्यक्ष महोदय, जिस तरह से प्रधानमंत्री जी की सरकार गरीब, अब आप कहेंगे गरीबों को, पहले मैं देखता था, मैंने गरीबी में जिंदगी काटी है। मेरी माँ को अगर अपने पिता से, मेरे पिता से पैसे बचा के रखती थी तो रजाई के तकिए के कवर में पुड़िया बांध कर रख देती थी। लेकिन देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने जन धन योजना के तहत बैंक अकाउंट खोलने का काम किया, बैंक अकाउंट खुलवाने का काम किया। यह है मोदी की सरकार। आज आपने देखा होगा अध्यक्ष महोदय, जिस तरह से गरीब रेहड़ी, पटरी, नाई की दुकान, मोची की दुकान के लिए लोगों पे पैसा नहीं होता, वो ब्याज पे पैसा लेके आते थे अध्यक्ष महोदय। लेकिन देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने प्रधानमंत्री उज्ज्वला, प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा से लोन देकर देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने रोजगार देने का काम किया। यह है मोदी और कांग्रेस की सरकार में फर्क। अध्यक्ष महोदय, प्रधानमंत्री जी द्वारा, मोदी जी द्वारा जिस तरह से लोगों ने कहा कि किसान का हम वो करेंगे, ये करेंगे, कांग्रेस हमेशा किसान को गरीब ही रखा, किसान को हमेशा गरीब रखा। अगर मोदी जी ने, देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने किसान सम्मान निधि के देकर उन किसानों का सम्मान बढ़ाने का काम किया, यह है मोदी सरकार। आज जिस तरह से सुकन्या योजना लाकर बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, शिक्षा के लिए एक बचत, बेटी, जिस तरह समाज में कन्या शिशु की सोच बदलने का काम किया। अब आपने कहा प्रधानमंत्री आवास दिया, रोशनी दी, सौभाग्य योजना, सब कुछ देने के बाद बच्चे को पढ़ाई के लिए आवश्यकता पड़ती है गरीब के लिए, उसके लिए अटल आवासीय विद्यालय, जिसमें शिक्षा फ्री, किताब फ्री, ड्रेस फ्री, रहना फ्री, खाना फ्री, ये देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने दिया। ये है मोदी जी की सरकार। आप देख रहे हैं विकसित भारत 2047 तक जिस तरह से गांव-गांव विकसित भारत यात्रा चल रही है। हमारी बहन जो गरीब है, जिसको व्यवसाय नहीं है, एजुकेटेड है, पढ़ी लिखी है, उसके लिए नमो ड्रोन दीदी लाकर लखपति बनाने का काम देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने किया। यह है मोदी की सरकार। अध्यक्ष महोदय, आज हमारी लखपति दीदी बहनें जिस तरह से काम कर रही हैं, आज देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने 4 जाति घोषित की, गरीबी, किसान, नारी और युवा। मैं बताना चाहता हूं अध्यक्ष महोदय, मेरे यहाँ का खिलाड़ी रिंकू सिंह आज क्रिकेट खेल रहा है, उसकी किसी को जाति नहीं पता है, वह केवल युवा है, युवा है। किसान किसान होता है। जब किसान एक कलेक्टर के पास जाता है तो वो कहता है, कलेक्टर साहब मैं तो आपका किसान हूं। वो ये नहीं कहता कितना बड़ा किसान, मैं तो किसान हूं। एक गरीब गरीब होता है, एक नारी नारी का रूप होता है। अध्यक्ष महोदय, ये 4 जाति देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने दिए। ये देश बदल रहा है, ये भारत बदल रहा है। जिस तरह से धारा 370 है, 35 है, कोई भी लोकसभा के अंदर देश के गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी द्वारा छाती पे हाथ मार के इसलिए कहा गया वो भारत माता का बेटा है, वो भारत के लिए जीता है, इसलिए ये कहा गया। यही भाव होना चाहिए हमारी रगों में, ये भारत का खून है। इसलिए देश के गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी ने ये करके दिखाया, धारा 370 और 35 से हटा के दिखाई। महोदय, आज जिस तरह कोरोना चल रहा था, अन्य पार्टी, कांग्रेस हो, अन्य पार्टी हो, घरों में छिपे पड़े थे। लोगों को लग रहा था हमारी जान न चली जाए। देश के प्रधानमंत्री देश के मोदी जी और अमित शाह जी द्वारा क्लियर आदेश था, लोगों को गरीबी की सेवा करिए, रोड पे जाइए, खाना दीजिए, चप्पल पहनाइए उनको जिस पर नहीं है, राशन दीजिए। ये देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने दिया। उनको वैक्सीन लाने का काम गरीब के लिए मोदी जी ने किया। ये है मोदी सरकार। जिस तरह से आज अध्यक्ष महोदय, छोटी सी गलती पर मैं एक ध्यान आकर्षित करना चाहता हूं। एक कांग्रेस के नेता, शिक्षा मंत्री पूर्व में अर्जुन सिंह जी के द्वारा एक लेटर जारी कर दिया गया अल्पसंख्यक दर्जा देने के लिए अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी को। वहां पर SC, ST, OBC के बच्चे नहीं पढ़ते। अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैंने देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी से कहा, माननीय मोदी जी, मेरे यहां पर ये SC, ST के बच्चे नहीं पढ़ते। उन्होंने जाट शिरोमणि राजा महेंद्र प्रताप के नाम से अलग यूनिवर्सिटी देने का काम किया अलीगढ़ के अंदर। ये है मोदी, ये है मोदी की सरकार। आज अलीगढ़ के अंदर डिफेंस कॉरिडोर, हमारी सेना, मेरे अलीगढ़ के बच्चे जब अलीगढ़ में उत्पाद, गोले, बारूद जब सीमा पर आवश्यकता पड़ी चलाने का काम करेंगे, उन्हें सीना चौड़ेगा इस देश का प्रधानमंत्री, गरीब मां का बेटा ने, इस प्रधान सेवक ने उनको अपने यहां पर प्रोटेक्शन करने, डिफेंस कॉरिडोर अलीगढ़ में देने का काम किया। यह है मोदी सरकार। मैं अध्यक्ष महोदय, जिस तरह से आज पहले क्या था अध्यक्ष महोदय, पहले यह था मोदी से पहले राजा थे, मोदी के बाद सेवक है। मोदी से पहले राजपथ था, मोदी के बाद कर्तव्य पथ है। मोदी से पहले सत्ता थी, मोदी के बाद सेवा है। मोदी से पहले समस्या थी, मोदी के बाद समाधान है। मोदी से पहले आतंक था, मोदी के बाद शांति है। मोदी से पहले गरीबी थी, मोदी के बाद समृद्धि है। मोदी से पहले बेरोजगारी थी, मोदी के बाद कौशल है। मोदी से पहले विभाजन था, मोदी के बाद एकता है। मोदी से पहले निराशा थी, मोदी के बाद आशा है। मोदी से पहले तुच्छीकरण था, मोदी के बाद विश्वास है। मोदी से पहले परिवारवाद था, मोदी के बाद लोकतंत्र है। मोदी से पहले भय था, मोदी के बाद धैर्य है। ये है राम राज, ये है राम राज, ये है, इसे कहते हैं राम राज। भारत माता की जय। अध्यक्ष महोदय, धन्यवाद।
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी,
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, मैं राष्ट्रपति जी के अभिभाषण पर धन्यवाद देने के लिए खड़ा हूं। संसद के इस नए भवन में जब आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति जी हम सबको संबोधित करने के लिए आई और जिस गौरव और सम्मान के साथ सेंगोल पूरे प्रोसेसन का नेतृत्व कर रहा और हम सब उसके पीछे पीछे चल रहे थे। नए सदन में ये नई परंपरा भारत के आजादी के उस पवित्र पल का प्रतिबिंब जब साक्षी बनता है तो लोकतंत्र की गरिमा कई गुना ऊपर चली जाती है। ये 75वां गणतंत्र दिवस, इसके बाद संसद का नया भवन, सेंगोल की अगुवाई, ये सारा दृश्य अपने आप में बहुत ही प्रभावी था। मैं जब वहां से पूरे कार्यक्रम को मैं भागीदारी कर रहा था, यहाँ से तो उतना हमें भव्यता नजर नहीं आती है, लेकिन वहाँ सब मैंने देखा कि वाकई नए सदन में इस गरिमापूर्ण उपस्थिति में राष्ट्रपति, उपराष्ट्रपति जी और आप, हम सब के मन को प्रभावित करने वाला वो दृश्य हमेशा हमेशा याद है। जिन माननीय करीब 60 से ज़्यादा
माननीय सदस्यों ने राष्ट्रपति जी के आभार प्रस्ताव पर अपने अपने विचार रखे हैं। मैं विनम्रता के साथ अपने अपने विचार व्यक्त करने वाले सभी अपने माननीय सांसदगण का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। मैं विशेष रूप से विपक्ष ने जो संकल्प लिया है उसकी सराहना करता हूं। उनके भाषण के एक एक बात से मेरा और देश का विश्वास पक्का हो गया है कि इन्होंने लंबे अरसे तक वहां रहने का संकल्प लिया। आप कई दशक तक जैसे यहां बैठे थे वैसे ही कई दशक तक वहां बैठने का आपका संकल्प, और जनता जनार्दन तो ईश्वर का रूप होती है, और आप लोग जिस प्रकार से इन दिनों मेहनत कर रहे हैं, मैं पक्का मानता हूं कि ईश्वर रूपी जनता जनार्दन आपको जरूर आशीर्वाद देगी, और आप जिस ऊंचाई पे हैं उससे भी अधिक ऊंचाई पर जरूर पहुंचेंगे और अगले चुनाव में दर्शक दिशा में दिखेंगे। रंजन जी, इस बार आपने आपका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट उनको दे दिया है क्या? हमारे गीता में बोलते हैं कि अहंकारम बलम दर्पम। आपने इन्हीं चीजों को पचाया है। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं देख रहा हूं कि आप में से बहुत लोग चुनाव लड़ने का हौसला भी खो चुके हैं, और मैंने सुना है बहुत लोग पिछली बार भी सीट बदली, इस बार भी कुछ सीट बदलने की फिराक में हैं, और मैंने सुना है बहुत लोग अब लोकसभा के बजाय राज्यसभा में जाना चाहते हैं। तो स्थितियों का आकलन करके वो अपना अपना रास्ता ढूंढ रहे हैं। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, राष्ट्रपति जी का भाषण एक प्रकार से तथ्यों के आधार पर, हकीकतों के आधार पर एक बहुत बड़ा दस्तावेज है जो देश के सामने राष्ट्रपति जी ने प्रस्तुत किया। और इस पूरे दस्तावेज को आप देखेंगे तो उन हकीकतों को समेटने का प्रयास किया है जिससे देश किस स्पीड से प्रगति कर रहा है, किस स्केल के साथ गतिविधियों का विस्तार हो रहा है, उसका लेखा जोखा आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति जी ने प्रस्तुत किया है। आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति जी ने भारत के उज्जवल भविष्य को ध्यान में रखते हुए 4 मजबूत स्तंभों पर हम सबका ध्यान केंद्रित किया है और उनका सही आकलन है कि देश के 4 स्तंभ जितने ज्यादा मजबूत होंगे, जितने ज्यादा विकसित होंगे, जितने ज्यादा समृद्ध होंगे, हमारा देश उतना ही समृद्ध होगा, उतना ही तेजी से समृद्ध होगा। और उन्होंने इन 4 स्तंभों का उल्लेख करते हुए देश की नारी शक्ति, देश की युवा शक्ति, देश के हमारे गरीब भाई बहन और देश के हमारे किसान, हमारे मछुआरे, हमारे पशुपालक, उनकी चर्चा की है। इनके सशक्तिकरण के माध्यम से राष्ट्र के विकसित भारत के लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करने की जो राह है, उसका स्पष्ट दिशा निर्देश आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति जी ने कहा है। अच्छा होता, हो सकता है आपके यहां फिशरमैन माइनॉरिटी के ना हो सकता है आपके यहां पशुपालक माइनॉरिटी के ना हो सकता है किसान आपके यहां माइनॉरिटी के ना हो सकता है महिलाएं आपके यहां माइनॉरिटी में ना हो सकता है कि आपके यहां युवा में माइनॉरिटी। क्या हो गया है दादा? क्या देश के युवा जी की बात होती है? समाज के सब वर्ग नहीं होते हैं? क्या देश की नारी की बात होती है? देश की सभी नारी नहीं होती है? कब तक टुकड़ों में सोचते रहोगे? कब तक समाज को बांटते रहोगे? सब सीमा करो, बहुत तोड़ा देश को। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, अच्छा होता कि जाते जाते तो कम से कम इस चर्चा के दरमियान कुछ सकारात्मक बातें होती, कुछ सकारात्मक सुझाव आते, लेकिन हर बार की तरह आप सब साथियों ने देश को बहुत निराश किया, क्योंकि आपकी सोच की मर्यादा देश समझ पा रहा है और उसको बार बार दर्द होता है कि ये दशा है इनकी सोचने की मर्यादा इतनी है। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी, नेता तो बदल गए लेकिन टेप रिकॉर्डर वही बज रही है, वही बातें, कोई नई बात आती नहीं और पुरानी ढपली और पुराना राग वही चलता रहता है आपका। चुनाव का वर्ष था, थोड़ी मेहनत करते, कुछ नया निकाल करके लाते, जनता को जरा